Why do people cling to outdated versions of themselves? And when I say outdated versions of themselves, I mean like from the point that you said that you were going to be different and you were going to act different. Like from that point on, everything you've done before that is like an outdated version of yourself. And acting the same way as you did before, even though you promised you wouldn't, that goes against what you promised yourself. So that's what I mean when I say outdated versions of yourself. Like, why do we cling to the past? Why do we keep going to our old ways of doing things, even when we've decided that we're done with it and we don't want to act that way? We don't want to be that person again. We like consciously make a decision to move on and to show up differently, and yet we still, our past still pulls us back, and our old way of being and our old way of doing things still pulls us back. I see that as like people clinging to their old ways of being, or like people clinging to outdated versions of themselves. And I think that the reason why is because you can't just decide once that you're gonna become different and act different and make a change in a certain area of your life. It's like a constant reminder and a constant decision to become that person and to act that way. It's like a recovering alcoholic, right? Like a recovering alcoholic, you don't just say no to drinking once and then you move on with your life, right? You have to say no to alcohol every second of every minute of every day for the rest of your life. And I know that might sound kind of like an extreme example, but that's really how you have to think about it. Like it has to be that extreme in your head and that black and white. That if you've made a decision to change something in your life, you can't just decide it once and then like hope that everything is gonna work out. It's like a constant, you have to constantly remind yourself of what your decision was and why you wanted to change and what exactly you're going to change and what exactly that means and how you're going to show up differently every day, every minute, if that's necessary. Like, it's not a one-time thing. It's a constant reminder. And that's why I read my goals every single day, 3 times a day. And that's why I keep a list of non-negotiables that I do every single day. And I look at that list a million times a day. And I read my goals like 3 times a day. And it's like, it's constant. Like, it's not something that you decide once and say, okay, now I'm a new year, new me. You know, I wish it was that way, but it's not. At least for me, it's not. For me, it's a constant battle of reminding myself of what my goals are, reminding myself of what promises I made to myself, and what I promised myself that I would do every day, what my non-negotiables are, and going through that list every single day. And it's not just a one-time thing, it's like an hourly thing. And I know that might sound crazy, but in my opinion, that's really the only way that you can make a permanent change in your life.